Speaking of D-Gens, time now for He's the King. And as always, we are joined by the king himself, Gary Margolis, legendary Southern California gambler, sports bettor, and raconteur. Gary, I got to tell you, last week you were 2-2 to go to 13-8 for the season, but one of your two wins was really cheap. You took the Saints -5 only because your favorite guy, Jameis Winston, was going to start. Instead, Sean Payton fooled everybody. He started Taysom Hill. You spent 3 hours holding your breath, sitting on a window ledge, and Taysom Hill got you that win. It shouldn't even count.
I agree. But the difference, if he had played Jameis, he would have won by way more. I think Sean's playing ultimate poker here. Since we both are poker players, I know that. He's playing poker to the point where he's saving Jameis for the playoffs in case Drew can't, because they will be so much better. Just take a look at that pass he threw, the bomb he threw. It hung in the air. I think I could have picked it off. I mean, it was a joke. It was the worst pass. And to Taysom's credit, he said, "Oh my God, my pass to you was the worst pass I've ever seen." I mean, he even admitted it was the worst pass ever. So Jameis has so much talent. I don't know why Sean's making this decision, but they have such easy schedule right now. They can and they've never lost without Drew, because it shows that Drew may not be the best anymore.
Okay, he's not saving Jameis for the playoffs. Why doesn't he save his best coaching for the playoffs? Why does he? I mean, this is ridiculous. What do you? He's not going to save his best quarterback at the time for the playoffs.
You know, there's a history of things like this. Like Nick Foles is a very mediocre quarterback. He takes over at the end of the year and becomes incredible. There's other ones though that, you know, one of your favorite people, Boomer Esiason. I remember at the end of his career, he was on the Cardinals, and he had this like 3-game stretch. He was fantastic. When he took over at the end, he played a little bit. It was unbelievable. It was like he had a metamorphosis. I think because I think all quarterbacks get hurt all during the year, and they play with so much pain and stuff. And a guy you take off the bench who has some skills can really, really play great. And maybe that's not what he's doing, but heck, if I was Sean Payton, I'd be.
He's not doing that. First of all, let me just correct you. Boomer Esiason is actually Norman Esiason. We only know him as Norman Esiason. That's his real name. We're going to use it here. Second of all, don't tell me about Sean Payton. General Custer was saving his best lieutenant for the next battle a week later. He went into Bighorn without him. Bang, all over. So who are you kidding? Do you have any real picks this week with real players?
Okay, I do. In fact, we'll start with, I got 1 college and 4 pro. Because I'm tired of going 2-2. After my good start, I've gone 2-2. I think 3 straight weeks. So
that's respectable. 13-8 is respectable. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so since I'm 2-1 in college, I feel okay about college. So let's go with Penn State. Penn State is playing Michigan. They're getting 2.5. I think the wrong team is favored here. In fact, if you look at the difference in who they've played, Michigan has played a really easy schedule. Penn State's played a really hard schedule. And Penn State's final games are Rutgers and Michigan State. Rutgers is one of the teams that Michigan beat, and they also beat Minnesota. Those 2 teams are very mediocre this year. I
hope you're right, because you know I hate the Harbaughs, but Penn State really is awful.
I know, but I'm going to predict Penn State wins this game. They end up 3-5, and Michigan, who plays Maryland, another one of your favorite schools, and then plays Ohio State the last game. Maryland is just a lot better, and I know they beat Penn State. That's their really only bad. But just look at, like, Indiana. We all know Penn State should have won that first game. It was very unlucky, a bad decision at the end. It was in multiple overtimes. It was just – and Michigan got rocked by them. If you go game to game, because they're playing somewhat similar schedule, but the ending schedule is so much different. And they've already had to play Ohio State. And then the one time they played a decent team, Michigan did. They played Wisconsin. They lose 49-11.
All right, so you're going to take Penn State plus 2.5. Before we move on, the Penn State offensive line, can you just give me one consonant of one of the names of the 5 players, and I'll go look it up. Just give me a consonant and see if you can get that right.
M.
Okay, we'll see if you're right on that. All right, let's move to the NFL.
Okay. I'll start with one favorite. I'm going to take the Cardinals and lay 2.5 against those New England Patriots. The Patriots they're just not a good football team, and they have no athletes. And the Cardinals are the most exciting athletic team, and they're just, I think this is a mismatch. I know they played the Seahawks closer, but the Cardinals' defense is at least average. The Patriots may be slightly above average, but on offense, it's just New England is the worst looking team. And I know people got excited because they beat Baltimore, but that was just one of those games. And now I think the Cardinals can lay the 2.5, and you'll win by a field goal or more.
So you're going to take their speed and the fact that the Cardinals are more athletic, and you'll take the Cardinals minus 2.5. What else you got?
Then I'll take, this team has been my regular, and they keep winning for me, the Jets. I'm going to take them +7 against the Dolphins. I think that weirdness with the quarterbacks is a problem. And we got to fight on here because Sam Darnold is coming back. But the difference is that they found these receivers, this kid Mims, and the guys were all hurt. It was horrible. Sam had nobody to throw to. Now he's going to have those. The running game is better. Frank Gore is running like he's 25 and not 100 or whatever he is. And then Sam can run the ball too. The Dolphins are going to find this is a really, really tough game. They'll probably win, but this could be the Jets' win. I still think the Jets are going to win a game, and they have a hard schedule left.
All right, I know you love bad teams, but King, the Jets are so bad. Their families are not even allowing them at Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, Adam Gase, yes. I guarantee you, is eating in a Jersey diner. So I know you like the bad teams. You got them last week with a late cover on that one, but good luck with Jets +7. What else you got?
Okay, next I have the 49ers getting 7 against the Rams. Usually when, the one factor against this is because the 49ers killed them the first time and the Rams might be a better team than them, but I don't even think that's necessarily true. The one player who's definitely out for the 49ers, well, the 2 defensive linemen are out, both, so that hurts them some, but their defense has still been pretty solid all year. It's been their offense that has all these injuries, but they're getting so much healthier, and they had an extra week off, so they have 2 weeks off, and a lot of their good weapons are back. I really, really like the 49ers getting a touchdown here because I think they can beat the Rams and they can sweep this series.
Okay, one of your trends, again, you take the Jets because you like USC quarterback Sam Darnold, and you just hate the Rams. You think they're terrible. You don't think they're going to win any game, but you'll take the 49ers +7. What's your final pick, King?
Oh, this is my most interesting pick.
Ooh, I'm sure it is.
Okay. I am going to go against everyone's legend and the best player in football, Pat Mahomes. But the way I look at it is Brady's been up and down, and Brady was terrible and killed everybody on Monday night. But now he's a Monday night loser. Everyone's down on him. But historically, when Brady, everyone goes down on him, the next week he comes out firing. And it already happened. Like when he played awful against the Saints, the next week they played Carolina, crazy good. He doesn't seem to have back-to-back. It's like he gets mad at himself, or internally he's able to adjust. I think the 1 weak group in these 4 between offense and defense is definitely the Chiefs' defense. I know they can score a lot, but look at the Raiders scored every single time against them. They just were able to get the ball at the end and win the game. And I think Tampa has as good an offense as the Raiders, and they have a way, way better defense. Right. So I figure if you can get 1-2 stops, you can win this game. It might end up being 50-40 type game, which I wouldn't be surprised. But that's why I like the Bucs a lot, getting 3.5 at home.
All right, then. Let's review your picks. Penn State +2.5. The Cardinals -2.5. The Jets +7. The 49ers +7. And the Bucs +3.5. Thank you, Mr. Gary Margolis. He is the king. By the way, I was getting my hair cut this week. My barber did want to ask me, why exactly do they call you the king?
I am the king.
Okay, I guess that's good enough for me. I guess we'll see you again next week, Gary. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day.